So, hello and a very good evening to all of you. I wish you a very happy new year. I welcome you all in the very first event of Salesforce Marketers Group Pardot Ajmer India and Salesforce Marketer Group Pardot New Delhi, the very first event of 2022. Let's ace with learning LWC Part 1. So this is the LWC boot camp, which will be a 5 day long boot camp, and this will be held every alternative day at on the same place. So today we have our speaker Rahul Vaishnav with us. I'll start with my brief introduction, and then Isha will start with her introduction. So my name is Payal Longani. I am 3x Salesforce certified and I'm working at UST. I am group leader of Salesforce Marketers Group Pardot Ajmer India, and I'm a proud marketing champion of class 2021. I am also working I host a Twitter space called Coffee with Salesforce, which held every alternative Sunday on Twitter, and I'm pretty active over Twitter and LinkedIn. You guys can connect with me over there. So this was about me. Let me give Isha the presenter. So over to you, Isha.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Isha. Happy New Year to all of you. I'm 11x certified, working as a Salesforce developer at UST Golden Hoodie winner. And thank you, Pyle, for joining hands and making this LWC workshop quite useful for everybody. This is divided into 5 to 6 parts. So stay tuned, guys, and hold tight to see the awesome content coming up.
Also, you can share your learnings over Twitter using all the hashtags which will be posted in the chat in a while, and you can participate in the quiz. All the participants who will be participating in the quiz and will be on the first position will be getting some swags, and also we will be distributing one certification voucher worth $200 in the last day of the session. So stay tuned for that. So. The speaker of the day is Rahul Vaishnav. So Rahul, over to you. I'll stop sharing my screen.
Thank you, Payal. So, hi everyone. My name is Rahul. I am 7x Salesforce certified. I am working at Horizontal Digital Jaipur. So, I have around 1.5 years of experience in Salesforce development. So, I'm about to share my screen. Please, Payal or Isha, let me know once my screen is visible.
Yes, Rahul, we can see your screen.
Okay. So, yep. So before I'm starting with the today's topic, Lightning Web Components introduction. So before you know the development part of the Lightning Web Components, there are certain things we should know about Lightning Web Component, like why we are using Lightning components, what are Lightning components, and like after the introduction of Lightning Web Components, what is going to happen with like the Aura components? Is it going away, or it can still work with the Lightning Web Components? So let's first learn what is Lightning Web Components. So basically, we can say it a new programming model to create a Salesforce Lightning components. Previously, we have Aura components to develop the Lightning components, but now we have LWC as well. And LWC comes with lots of different advantages over Aura components. Like they are designed in a way to give you a better performance, because most of the code you written is to understood by your web engine itself, your native web browser, or we can say all the elements you need to create a component are part of your native web browser engine or your web stack itself. So you don't need a thick framework layer to create these components. So they are based on the modern web standards, which means when I'm saying modern web standards, this means ES6, ES7, ECMAScript 6, ECMAScript 7 modules, elements, shadow DOMs, like all are part of the Lightning Web Components. They work really well with the Aura components. That means you can put your Lightning Web Components and your Aura components on the same page, and you never know that like the final user will never gonna notice that it is a Aura component or is it a Lightning Web component. They can talk to each other, they can handle events fired by each other, and also they can give you the similar output of the final user screen. So, and they are like very easy to use. Like once you develop a component using LWC, you can put it on any of your web page using app builder if you have configured it too. So if you have configured it to use inside your app builder, you can use it within any other Aura components as well, and you can use it in the experience builder or community pages as well. Then the question rises, then which is might be hitting your head, that why Salesforce didn't come in 2014 with LWC, and why Salesforce had to come with Aura first, then LWC. So to understand the answer of this question, we need to go back in 2014 and need to have a look around 2014's web stack. All the key elements you need to create a component based framework or to create a UI component that were not part of the web standards that time. So this is how the 2014's web stacks looks. So that time web standards is only having ECMAScript 5 functionality, events, standard elements, and rendering. This clearly means that the web standards in 2014 is not powerful enough to help us create UI components. So at the same time, lots of new frameworks like lots of new frameworks comes in picture, like Angular, React, Aura, and all of these frameworks come with the missing key elements that we need to create UI components. So they allowed us to create UI components. They allowed us to create components based programming model or single page application within these features. So, sorry. These from 2014 to 2022, in last 7 years, there has been a lots of improvement and enhancements in the web stack and in the native web browser engine. All of these key elements which were introduced by these frameworks, they are now a part of web stack itself. They are now part of our modern web standards. Like now you can see the templates, etc., are part of web stack itself. This means that the web stack itself is now enough powerful to help us create the UI components. Now we don't need a thick layer in between which could harm our components performance. And that's the reason behind introducing LWC components as well, where we already have Aura components framework, because LWC have its own JavaScript layer to help us create those UI components. LWC is more dependent on the web stack itself. It utilizes the power of the web stack and help us to achieve the similar functionality which we have in the Aura components. So, so these are the differences which these are the enhancements which were missing in the old version of web stacks and which are getting enhanced as per the time, and now in 2021 we have the updated web stack versions. So in 2014 we had more frameworks and less native, because the web engine natively did not support most of the features, and the framework had to come up with those missing features. But now in 2021, we are talking about more standards and less proprietary. That means most of the features are part of the web stack itself, and only few things depend on the framework now. So in 2014, you cannot use one component into another as they are not interpretable and made upon different frameworks. Like if you are creating a component in Angular, you cannot use it in React or in Aura, but in 2021, since it is more about the web standards, you can take a component from one framework and use it into another framework's component. Skills skills are not transferable, because if you are learning a framework, you actually not learning a framework, you are learning its language. And since the skills are not transferable that time, because of that, resources are hard to find, as a resource of Angular cannot start coding in React on its day zero. So these guys, so because of this, these guys have to go in a long learning cycle again to learn the new framework. But now it's ready to now it's really easy to ramp up for developers, because we are learning the web stack features instead of learning something which we say a language. In 2014, so webstack in 2014 webstack, let me yep, in if you are develop a component using a framework, that means your browser had to download that framework's JS. It had to be compiled with web's JavaScript engine, and then only your component could render. So all this process is taking time, and which makes your component rendering slow. But in 2021, there will be better performance because most of the features already exist as part of your web stack. Your web browser engine already know how to render these components, so you will see a significant performance improvement. Yep, moving on to the next slide. Now let's see how Lightning Web Components relates to 2021. So LWC is utilizing all the core components or the elements of our latest web stacks and only adding few of the extra features as part of the Lightning Web Components framework. Like for security, LWC already has Lightning Locker to secure your component and to make them less vulnerable for UI threats. LWC also comes with Lightning Data Service to access your Salesforce data or metadata to basically interact with Salesforce backend. So if you like, so you can use LDS to fetch your records from Salesforce, or to insert new records, or to delete the existing ones. Basically, I'm trying to say is you can play with the Salesforce data however you want. So LWC also comes with base components. So although 70 plus base components which were part of Aura components framework, they have been converted to the Lightning Web Components versions, and they all are part of the LWC framework now. So we can use these base components to design our components as well. Now, last and the most important question, since LWC is here, just a second. Yep, sorry. So where I'm last and the most important question, since LWC is here, what is going to happen with Aura? Is it going away, or is Salesforce planning to turn it off? No, because LWC and Aura are like a perfect match for each other. You can put your Lightning Web Components and the Aura components on the same page, as I already told, and you will never know, you or the end user, I can say, will never notice any of the difference there. Even you can use LWC into your Aura components, and the final output of both the components, LWC and Aura, will be similar. So moving on to the next slide, I already covered that part. Yep. So we will cover the anatomy here. So Lightning Web Components, or we can say Lightning Web Component Bundle, is consist of three files. HTML. It's the We can add few more files, but the basic default files are HTML file, JavaScript file, and meta.xml file. So HTML file is basically used to show or handle the final user interface or the UI which the end user is going to see. All the HTML markups are written into this HTML file. And while coming over the interaction with the backend or with the data, we are using JavaScript file. If we have to interact between client side and to server side, we are using a JavaScript file. And metadata XML file. So meta XML file, sorry, is basically used for the exposure of that particular component. Like, is it exposed to Salesforce or to the final user? Is it available for interaction in the Salesforce org? So these type of exposures and configurations related to that particular LWC is written in that meta XML file. So these were the files which I'm talking, like these are not by default files, but as per our requirement, we can create a CSS file and we can create an SVG file as well into the Lightning Web Component bundle. So CSS file is basically used as the supporting file for HTML, because to give a better and best quality user interface, we are using CSS files, and SVG is basically used as the icon for that particular Lightning Web component. Um, Before starting the basic LWC demo, is there any questions, or Pile, are we open for questions here? Hello.
So much, Rahul, for such an amazing session. So, guys, we will be taking up the questions, and as today we don't have any quiz, so based on the most interactive person, we will be we will be announcing the winner of the day. So, let's start with the very first question, which is: are Lightning components faster, efficient, secure than Aura? So, Rahul.
Yes, it is, because they are not following the web stack whole process. They are utilizing the functionalities which a web stack already has. So they don't have to go to that particular cycle, which reduces the time.
Hope, Aditya, that answers your questions. Another question we have from Gohil, that's how can we express data into our HTML markup?
Oh, sorry.
The question says how can we express data into our HTML markup? I believe the question is not clear. Is it, Rahul?
Yes, I think who Aditya or someone is trying to like, this HTML file consists of the basic HTML tags, nothing new or nothing high type of coding. A simple basic HTML tags are working here.
Okay, so another question, is there difference between Visual Force, Aura and LWC? Why we should go for LWC when already have Aura?
I think I have covered it in the slide that
Okay,
yep, the
so
Aura is type of framework which is covering the whole cycle of old ECMAScripts and web stacks. But as LWC is utilizing the events or the functionalities which a particular web stack has. So the performance and the security wise, it is we can say LWC is pretty better than Aura.
I believe that answers the question, Salija. So the next question comes up. Just a second. From Bhavya Joshi. Can we use VF page and LWC together?
No, no, because VF page is more is like LWC is more a generic component, and VF page consists of frameworks which are not generic. So if we are trying to interact or like call LWC component from inside the VF page, first we have to call Aura component, then from Aura component we can call LWC. But directly, I don't think it is possible. Yep.
I believe that answers your question. The other question comes from Sai Charan that says, is LWC linked to JavaScript?
Yes, totally. JavaScript file is the default file of LWC bundle.
Okay. Next question is from Vats Mittal that says, how much knowledge of JavaScript and HTML is required to start working with LWC in Salesforce?
Um, Not sure, buddy, but I can say if you have the basic knowledge of JavaScript, that would be enough. Like you know how to um, learn things, then you can start whenever you want. No such topics or no such things we should know before we starting. It's like if you are starting working on it, then with the time you can learn. Yep. Yes. Well, next question.
So I connected with Vats on LinkedIn, and he's pretty new to the Salesforce ecosystem. Okay, so next question we have from the question says, what are the things that can be done using Aura but not LWC?
There are certain limitations. I'm not sure if they are like yet resolved or not by Salesforce, but there are certain limitations for LWC, like it cannot use inside a quick action, and we cannot create PDFs using LWC. So there are few limitations which are in LWC, but in Aura we have that capabilities and we have that power to do these things. But I'm pretty sure that Salesforce is working on these limitations to enhance it more. Yep.
I believe that answers your question. Next question says, is it necessary to learn Core.js for LWC?
To be truth, not sure about Core.js, but yeah, you should have a basic knowledge of JavaScript. Yep.
So next is, what can be achieved from LWC?
What can be in context of? I'm not sure.
Pankaj, can you please elaborate your question a bit more? Meanwhile, we are taking the other question, which is, can we use Aura with LWC?
Yes, Aura we can use LWC components into Aura components, but vice versa is not possible because LWC is more generic component than Aura component, and Aura components have their limitations. So LWC can be used in Aura, but the vice versa of this is not possible. yet.
The other question is, can we jump around between VF page implementation and LWC?
Sorry, I just missed that. What you saying?
The question says, can we jump around between VF page implementation and LWC?
Jump around VF page implementation and LWC.
Yes.
Sorry, I am not sure what he wants to ask or she.
Okay. Bhavya, can you please elaborate this question a little more? Then it will be. Okay, just a second. I missed the chat.
Yes.
Okay, I saw a question in Bean which says, should we learn Visualforce first before learning LWC?
No, I even now I don't know about Visualforce or much about Aura. LWC is totally a separate thing or a concept which you can start from scratch without having the knowledge of Aura or without having the knowledge of VF. But you should like should be clear about your JS interpretations, and we can say about your logics, but it's a totally separate thing from Aura and VF.
The question is, in every situation, do we need to use LWC or there are some limitation for LWC too?
There are some limitations, like we cannot use quick actions inside like using LWC. We cannot create PDFs using LWC, and there are some limitations with while calling an LWC from different platforms. So it is not that exposed or explore yet, which is possible using Aura and VF pages. So if you are like if you are creating a component, LWC component, then there are limitations you can face while calling the component from other org or from using APIs.
I hope that answers your question. So the next questions from Ankit Mishra says, hi, can we call LWC inside VF page?
How can we?
Can we call LWC inside VF?
Yes, we can. We can.
Okay. The other question is, LWC tags can be customized. Like,
Yes.
can you customize the tags?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How can we test our code in Lightning Web Component application?
What? Sorry, I just missed it.
It says, how can we test our code in LWC application?
Our code.
Yes, our own code.
There are not such things in as the test classes or something, but there are one thing we say Jest. Jest framework is used to test our LWC code, but I haven't explored it much to say how to use to guide you how to use it. But I think Jest framework you can use.
I hope that answers your question. Else, you can connect with Rahul or all these speakers after the session, and they can answer your question. Next question is, can we convert VF page into LWC component?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay. The other question is there any way to view LWC code to Salesforce? Sorry, is there any way to view LWC code in Salesforce Developer Console?
In developer console, I don't think so we can see our code, but in the console window over the browser is the place where you can see your whole LWC code, or we can say the front end code, and you are eligible to modify it as per your requirement over the web browser only. Yeah, but
Okay, so I believe that answers your question, Aditya. So next question is why meta file is used in LWC?
Meta file is we can say meta file is the file which is deciding the limitations and exposure of that particular component. Like if you have to update the label, or if you have to update the description of that particular component, you can use meta file tags. And using the target configs tags, you can decide the level of exposure you want to set for that particular component. So this is why we are using meta files.
I hope that answers your question, Sangeet. The next question is it possible to create quick action by LWC on list view?
No.
Okay. The other question is I did basic training in Salesforce development domain. I did not did training in LWC. So how can I start learning more in LWC development?
Uh, so, buddy, we can say LWC is totally a different topic. So it is not related to your other Salesforce topics. It's a complete different concept. So no need of prior knowledge of Salesforce. You just have to be good in your development and in your logics. That would be enough. But yeah, I can say JS is a priority thing to learn LWC components.
I hope that answers your question. Also, Rajat, you can connect with Rahul. He's pretty active on LinkedIn. So you can connect with him and he can guide you well. The other question comes up says, is LWC compatible with Angular?
Yes, yes. We can use LWC because LWC is not related to particular framework. Uh, it is basically utilizing the functionalities of web standards or web stack only. So it is more generic, it is more dynamic. So this component with the little configuration can be used using Angular as well.
Okay, so the other question comes up. Sorry, I guess I missed a question. Just a second. Is LWC similar to React JS?
I never worked on React JS, so I'm not sure about it, but we'll let you know.
Okay.
I never get chance to explore React yet.
No worries. Saurabh, we can connect with Rahul. He'll be uh, he'll be putting his LinkedIn in the chat in a while. So the next question is it possible to develop a page only using LWC without
Yes,
Aura?
yes. Not even not only a page, you can also develop a whole application as well using LWC. So as I already told, it's totally a different thing from Aura and from VF. So it is not limited to that page only. You can develop a whole application as well.
Okay, there is some other question, which is we have 3 JS file in Aura. Why LWC have only one?
Have you used all the three files in a single component every time you work on that particular component? I'm not sure why we need three files, because you can create your own custom JS file whenever you need to, but I think that's the only reason, because the remaining two helper JS files are not used, because I have worked on the Aura components more than 8 months and I never opened that helper JS files. So you can create if you want to, as many as you want, but that's the default bundle.
Okay, another question comes up. Can a person without technical knowledge coding can take advantage of LWC?
No, I'm like might be some are misunderstanding me that you don't need knowledge of Aura and VF, but you should have the basic knowledge of development and about JS, HTML, and how the XML things are happen. So development knowledge is must, but the VF page and Aura components knowledge is not required. Yep.
I hope that answers your question, Pankaj. The other question come up says when any requirement comes from a client, how can we select LWC or Aura? Why should we go for what should we go for? What will be the deciding factor to select LWC?
Sorry, Payal, can you please repeat it?
Okay, so the question says when any requirement comes from client, how can we select LWC or Aura? Like how can we decide from any of them, and what will be the deciding factor to select LWC?
Uh, the like I already told you, like the end user will never gonna notice that is it Aura or is it LWC. The only deciding factor as a developer you can decide the functionality and the cycle which a particular component is going to render. Like if you are using LWC, it is directly utilizing the functionalities of web stack and web standards. So the component to the timing taken by a component to render is pretty less is in comparison to the Aura. So I think, and like the events and the properties which we are going to explore in next few sessions will also give you glimpses like how you should you should decide where as a developer to use what component you should use while coding. So yep, yep, Payal.
The question says can we do REST call out to external system for data exchange using LWC?
Yes, we can, but LWC alone is not enough powerful. We have to take some help from Apex,
Okay.
but it is possible that we are using different aux data into LWC components. So yeah, we can.
I hope that answers your question. uh, the other question comes up says can we use developer console to create LWC applications?
Nobody, no.
Can we jump around between VF? Okay, that question is already taken. Okay. Okay, Ravi is asking, can we first start with Aura, then we can move to LWC?
Yes, yes, you can whenever you want. If you want to quit Aura, that is also okay, because in upcoming years only LWC will gonna rule the Salesforce ecosystem. So
Okay, so this question I guess have been already answered, but I'm repeating the question. Can we, we can include LWC component in Aura, but is the vice versa also true?
no, vice versa is not possible because LWC is more generic than Aura, and I don't think so. Like if you have things which are more generic, you are going to put into a less generic code. So it is not possible.
Ria, I hope that answers your question. The other question comes up says, can we directly call methods return in Angular from LWC?
Yes, I think because Salesforce in his recent release has introduced new functionality called Salesforce functions. And using Salesforce functions, you can directly call any of the frameworks method which you want from any of the Salesforce functionality. Like you want to call Angular directly from LWC, it is also possible using Salesforce functions. And if you want to call React methods directly from Apex code, it is also possible using Salesforce functions. So yes.
So I believe that answers your question, Bhavya. The next question says, how can we create our own custom LWC components?
I am about to give you some demo after that Q&A. So
Okay. So you can stay tuned for the upcoming demo. The next question says, can we send response to LWC to VF?
yes, we can using Apex.
Okay. We can have as
And
many.
using events as well. Sorry.
Okay.
Yep.
So the next question says, we can have as many as JS files in LWC, right?
Right.
Can we develop LWC component without Scratch.org?
With the Scratch, you can develop your component in VS Code only. Scratch.org or like the dev.org or what we say production org are used to see that particular component or used to interact with that particular component. Like you are going to code in the VS Code only, and after you want that wherever you want to deploy that component, it's your choice. So no direct relation with Scratch org, no direct relationship with production org or dev.orgs.
Okay, so this question says, can we communicate LWC component to Aura component or LWC component to another LWC component?
Yes.
Okay. Should we learn VF first before learning? I believe that question has been taken already. Is there any code coverage percentage for writing test class for LWC?
I think it's similar to the app which we were facing or which we were following in Apex. The 75 code coverage is the recommendable coverage by Salesforce. But I believe 85, if you are writing a code, then you should know or you should cover your code up to 85 to 90% and for better security reviews.
Okay, so I believe that answers your question. So the other question says, LWC uses JavaScript or TypeScript?
LWC is using JavaScript only, the modern version JavaScript.
Okay. So next question says, can we insert image or animation into LWC?
Yes, we can.
What is the use of?
All,
Yeah, sorry. Continue, please.
all the things which you want or which you are doing with using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or SVG files are literally possible in LWC. So if you are able to do some animations using CSS, then you are able to do that similar animations in LWC as well. And if you are able to interact or doing something using JavaScript or jQuery, then it is also applicable or achievable in LWC components.
So I believe that answers your question. So I'll be taking the last question and then we will be jumping to the demo. You can ask as many questions as you want to Rahul himself over Twitter and LinkedIn. He's pretty active there. So I'll be taking the last question. Can you explain Shadow Dome?
Yes, Shadow Dome is the topic which I think we are going to cover in next session, but I can give you a glimpses of it. As like Shadow Dome, while rendering a particular component, uh, if we are rendering it like with different objects, then the different domes were creating. As have you ever worked in Apex? My I'm not sure, but like in Apex, whenever we call we call any Apex class from different aspects, then there would be different objects or the different instances of it. So similarly, LWC is working that if you are like for different persons or different aspects, LWC is using different DOMs as per the requirement. If I
Yeah, so I
hope
believe that
it
answers your
answered.
question. Yeah, please continue.
Yes, that's it from my side.
Okay, so we are jumping to the demo, right, Rahul?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, I'll be sharing Rahul's ID over chat. So okay, so Rahul, you can start your demo, and I'll be sharing the links.
Okay. Let me know once my screen is visible. Sure. Is it?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Yep. Is it VS Code? Which screen is visible? Can you please? Okay. Hello.
Yes, Rahul, I can see your VS Code.
So let me start with creating a web component.
Okay, so guys, meanwhile starting the like the demo thing. So do register for rest of the sessions, which are going to held every alternative day. The next session will be held on 5th of January. So I'll be sharing the links in the chat. You can register and stay tuned for upcoming sessions. Also, you can get some exciting prizes, and also you can have a chance to win a certification voucher as well. Also, these
Well,
yeah.
is speaker is also eligible for that.
Yeah, Rahul, we can talk about it. So yes, so these are the things. Okay, I can see some questions. I'll be sharing the link in the chat and all the hashtags and Twitter handles, so that you can share your learnings over Twitter and LinkedIn. Over to you, Rahul.
Okay, thank you. So let me start. We can create Lightning Web Components using like there in VS Code is following the SFDX format of working. So using Control Shift P, it's a command which is the default command of opening that particular palette. And after that palette will open, you are gonna see and create Lightning Web Components. So after you click on it, you have to give the component's name. Hello, I am with the hello world component because it's the fundamental component of introduction. So we created. So as I already told you, Lightning Web Component is consist of three files. That bundle is consist of three files: HTML, JavaScript, and Meta XML. So HTML have the default tag template tag, and the markups or the text which you want to show over the final UI, the user interface, you have to write down between these two tags. Because apart from this tag, the component, or we can say the markup, is not going to understand that what you are writing, what you want to write. So we can say it's the basic body tag. So whatever you want to write, you should write between these tags. Moving on to the JS file. JS file is consist of two things. One is import. So import thing is used to get all the needy resources, like while interacting with the client server to server side. You what things you need to use or what things are needed can be imported using that import tag. So currently we already need, we only need lightning elements from the light LWC ECMAScripts. So we are going to use it and we are going to extend it into our class. So this class consists of the functions which that particular component is going to perform. If you have to like create any property or any functions which is going to interact with your HTML file and which is going to interact with your Apex file, you have to write that particular property and method inside that particular class parenthesis. So uh, moving on to the next file, so meta XML file. So it is the file which is going to show the configurations and exposure of that particular lightning component. Configuration consists of the API version, like which API version that particular component is using, and what is the description of that particular um, component, what are the label which you want to show over the UI to that particular component. We can expose it here. Currently, by default, API version is 52, and it is exposed yet to that particular scratch org, or we can say dev org or particular production org. So after making it true, it is now eligible for that the exposure. And after that, we have to configure the target config files here, that where that particular component can be used inside our Salesforce component. So I am going to set the master label for that particular component as hello world lightning web component. And after that, I'm going to set the target files that that particular component is exposed here only on the app page, record page, and home page. So I will be showing the, so yep, lightning card is the base component which is present on the Aura as well, and which is now converted for LWC as well. So this is uh, this is the tags we are using to create some beautiful, or we can say a little beautiful UI, because UI matters a lot. So here, let me update the JS as well and put it inside the greeting. Here, greeting is a non-reactive variable uh, before 2019, because if we have to create a particular variable to a reactive variable, we have to like we have to give him a track property. But after 2019, LWC, or we can say Salesforce, updated that every single variable is now a reactive variable. And then we are going to create a method that this particular variable consists, the default value is world, and we are going to use a particular one more lightning based component, which is lightning input, and we are going to integrate it with greeting variable. And on the change of that particular input field, we are going to call the change handler method. So I'm going to deploy it. Master label is unexpected. Okay, I will move it from here to here. Okay, let me remove it. It is deployed in the QA or in the sketch.org. So these this is the app builder, or the we can say lightning web page as well. So here are the standard components and here are the custom components which we are showing. So I just have created hello world component and I am going to use it over the page. I'm putting it here. So yep, see, as I already told you that JS file greeting has the default value called world and hello is written in a hard-coded way here. So if we are trying to add it or edit it, we can add it. Because on the change event of that particular input field, we are calling a method called change handler. And in change handler, we are taking the event or the values which are present in that particular input field and we are pasting it in the greetings variable. So that's it. And we are going to cover few, like we are going to explore the remaining topics in the upcoming sessions. So that's it for the introductory part from my side. And if we have any questions related to it, you can ask, guys. Over to you, panel.
Thank you so much, Rahul, for such an amazing session. So I saw a question. We'll be taking 2 to 3 questions, and then we can wrap up the session. You guys can connect with Rahul, with me, or with Isha for all the queries you are facing, and we'll be very happy to help you anytime, in any way possible. So I saw a question that was, can you please elaborate MVCC and MVSC architecture? I am confused between them.
What is it? MVCC?
MVCC and MVS.
I'm not sure about it. So I'll explore it more and then I'll let you know, guys.
So the next question is, can anyone explain difference between create a project and create a project with manifest?
Manifest is consists of the package XML file and package XML file is used to retrieve the components or we can say the objects or the other attributes of that particular org. And without manifest these things that retrieving of the sources from the org is not possible. So that is why we are using manifest project.
Okay, so I believe that answers your question. So the question is how to set up in LWC in VS. What are the steps?
What are the steps? I can create a short video of it and we'll upload it over our social handles because setting up the things may take time. So we will cover it in a separate different video file.
I believe that answers your question. So guys, I want to confirm with you all that we are recording this session. Okay. So we